Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day and had a fantastic weekend. I got another great video here for you around the Castles NFT game on the Wax blockchain. They made a big post last week around some updates to the roadmap. I wanted to get this out over the weekend, but I had some other videos that came up in the place of this, so I'm pushing this out so you can start off your week with some direction as far as the Castles project in addition to the announced updates in that Medium article that we'll go through. There is some pretty cool unannounced stuff that I'm going to save here for the end. I was lucky enough to sit in on one of the planning sessions. Basically, I get to see behind the scenes a little bit, and there's some cool things that are coming out that we were able to get the permission to just give you a sneak peek, a little hint of what's coming in the future that has me so extremely excited about the Castles project. So let's go ahead and dive in there. I'll go ahead and make sure that there is a link in the description um, is for the Discord that you can get to this announcement, this Medium article through. It's in the announcements, and also, of course, the Castles game. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and click on that link. Before we really dive into the details, I want to make sure that I do the normal disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research and make sure that you make a decision that is best for your situation. All right, let's go ahead and dive in now. This is the update. The one thing that's already happened on this list that I'm going to quickly mention is they did do the Baron drop. They on the May 12th they did another Baron drop. They're trying to do them every month, random times now with different whitelist items. They dropped 64 Barons. And I think this sale went so much better than the May 1st sale. So they made some adjustments based on past history, and it worked out really well. The next item on the list is something I've been talking about and many other people have been talking about is the Royal Courthouse Bounties crafting event. That wraps up as of the time of this recording, and it is Monday morning. We have 1 day and 6 hours left in order to go ahead and craft yourself some bounties here. These will never be available again except for on the secondary market. So once this is complete, that's it. That the only chance you can get is buy it with wax. And right now, at least the last time I looked, they were going for about 800 plus wax. So you can get them. Check the markets. I didn't go through all the details, but you probably could get them cheaper now by getting all the materials and crafting it. Plus, if you craft it, you have a chance of winning some pretty cool rewards. Give it a second. They do this after every crafting event. They give away 280 some items. Um, Actually, I'm sorry, 300 and some items. Sorry for that. And there's some cool things like barons, castles, gigantic packs, the King Vault packs, which gives you a ton of land, and even bounties are going to be giving away as part of this. So as always, they give away some cool things, which is listed here, that will happen on the 18th. The other thing to note that isn't quite mentioned here is that they have updated the website to show um, basically how much you're going to earn. It gives you an estimate going throughout the month of what you're going to earn. Oops, jumped ahead there. This is the page. If you go into the current website and you go to Wonders, it takes you to this page. It shows you how many bounties you have. You see, I was not very lucky. I crafted 3, was only able to get 3 low bounties. Still happy with that though. And up here at the top, it shows you the current pool as far as wax that's going to be given to the bounty holders. And this is updated daily. And this is not, this is basically showing this snapshot. Right now it is May 16th. So this is May 16th, and this will continue to increase. And this shows my earnings. This is total for all 3 of my bounties. Um, so as the pool goes up, my earnings every month will go up, and this will be sent out at the end of the month. So it's not like you have to keep in mind you have to have the royal bounties when they take that snapshot at the end of the month to get your wax airdrop to your account. So this is neat. I like this because it gives you a real-time look of what you're earning so far for the month. Let's jump back to the announcements. They do have the MetaSource card drop. I'm not into the MetaSource card drop. just because it's more of a collection. And I'm not the biggest fan of collections, but not saying that it is super cool for those that are interested in it. They give they regular drops on this. Included in the card that you get is a pack for the Castles project. So there are a lot of people that are interested in this, and I wanted to make sure I include this. It's just not my personal item that I enjoy, but there are some neat cards out there, and I definitely see the appeal to it if you love these kind of collections. So check that out. That will be dropping on Thursday the 19th. That's this week. It's $150 in wax per pack. Comes with a card and comes with um, I forget the name of it, but it comes with a pack that for the Castles project to give you a number of, I think it's 4 lands that are involved in that pack that comes with. All right, now let's jump to this next one. They are going to be relaunching this website. Oop, I keep jumping on the wrong page. This website that we are so familiar with, they are going to be relaunching it. And the reason that they're relaunching it is that they are trying to get the AAA experience. They're trying to build their brand up to be more attractive, to bring more people in. I think it's a good move. I think their goal to be a AAA experience and AAA project is going to be good for us, especially those that are in this early. If you're not familiar with a AAA game is, it's basically a mainstream big project that gets a lot of people that are involved. It's You're thinking of like the Grand Theft Auto size thing that we're talking about, big, big, big picture. And there's some announcements at the end of this video, again, that are not in this Medium article, that are going to really lean well towards that and building this into a major, major game, not just a small wax game. Right now, they said during the behind the scenes meeting that I was able to join, that right now we have about 600 active users, active players, and these are people that are playing it on a daily basis, not just people that hold cards, people that are playing on a daily basis. Their goal in the near term is to 10x that. That takes up to 6,000, and with the future items that they have that I'll mention at the end of this video, that is going to go way beyond that. Obviously, if they do it right, and based on what they've done so far, I think they have a good handle on what people are looking for, and I think this is going to be pretty neat. The next item on the list is um, basically the full first Royal Courthouse distribution. This is what I was talking about here with this. Basically, this will happen on June 1st. They'll do a snapshot. Shortly after that, they'll do the first distribution. It'll be airdropped directly to your wallet, so there's nothing that you have to do other than holding those bounties. So if you're planning on buying a bunch of bounties on the secondary market, make sure you do it before the end of the month. Make sure you basically do it before this snapshot that they're talking about, which is going to be midnight, um, going into the first. Then we have a shift in date here. Um, the new Explorer Guild crafting event was supposed to happen a week earlier. They pushed it back, and the main reason that they pushed this back was because of, scrolling back up here, the new website. Right now, when they do an event, they have to do it on both websites. It's double work, which causes some delays and causes some challenges. So what they decided to do is focus on the launch of the new website. So their team is only focused on one website, which actually helps us out and improves the development, so they can focus on one thing instead of managing two things. So that's why this date for the Explorers Guild was pushed back to the 2nd. So it's going to be the 2nd through the 16th. This shows you the price. Again, we have 35 lumber, 105 fine wood, and 10 seals in order to craft one. What is the Explorers Guild? If you missed these past videos, Explorers Guild gives you passive rune source income. Basically, this is going to be the new token for the dungeons expansion that's going to come out here in a few months. So this will give you passive every time someone creates a land pack. Uh, then, and when I say land pack, I'm scrolling down ahead a little bit here. Every time someone creates one of these, it gives you passive income. Basically, those rune source passively. So There's a couple ways that you're going to be able to get this rune source token is Explorers Guild passively or as part of these packs that I'll talk about here in a second. So again, this Explorer Guild is going to start, it's going to kick off at that point. So you can start getting that rune source passively. And then on the 9th, you're going to get, they're going to launch the crafting of these 2 new land packs. And these land packs, the main reason for these is to really push and get to that goal of, I think it's 500,000 farms crafted. They're well on their way to that, but this will really push it. And the thing that's neat about these is it almost makes, I don't want to quite say that because I know a lot of people are having trouble getting barons just because of the limit of those and the price tag of those. These kind of, if you get the right setup with your crafters, with your log or your lumberjacks and your carpenters, these can equate and actually be better than barons. And I'll tell you why in a second. Um, but it's a way to get past the baron hurdle. If you don't already have barons, or if you have barons, it's a way to improve your land production. So these are going to be kicking off on the 9th of June. And basically every time you open one of those, it contributes to the Explorer Guild passive income. And what I wanted to show you is in the white paper is they have the details for these new basically the Explorer Pack and the Seafarer Pack. The Explorer Pack is going to give you 2 lands, most likely going to be farms, but you do have the option of getting ranches and villages. So and it costs 16 fine wood. So essentially, if you set up your system and your or lumberjacks, I keep wanting to say loggers, your lumberjacks and your carpenters to produce 16 fine wood a day, or in that range, you can basically get 2 lands, 1 explorer pack every single day, which is, Baron only gives you 1 land a day. So you have the chance of getting basically the equivalent of 2 barons if you're able to produce this 16 fine wood a day. It's possible. It is essentially a carpenter gives you 2 to 3. So you do the math. You either need 5 or 6 carpenters to consistently get it, plus more, or you can get lucky with 4 or 5. Again, you have to get lucky with those. Um, so the chances are there. All you have to do is make sure you have a consistent MSource production and seal production to fund your lumberjacks, and your lumberjacks make that lumber so it can fund your carpenters and produce that. So if you get the right setup, it can be equivalent to Baron. I'm rambling a little bit on this, so I apologize. The other thing is going to be the Seafarers. That's going to give you 5 lands. It gives you still, most likely, most of those lands will be farms, but it gives you all the way up to a town, a chance of getting a town. Those cost 32 fine wood plus a Seafarer map. You get Seafarer maps randomly from the Explorer packs. So it's a little tougher to get those bigger packs, but they're nice once you get them. Plus, the other reward that you get with these is you get the rune source. This is the second way of getting rune source um, with the new packs. Basically, for every Explorer pack, you get 100 rune source. For every Seafarer pack, you get 220 um, rune source. All right, let's jump back here. A few more things to cover. As I mentioned, the Land Rush event, where they're really pushing for 500,000 farms. This gets us to the point where the cost to upgrade doubles for MSource, burns more MSource. It's a major milestone. I'm not going to really spend too much time on that. And then on the 17th, we're going to do another raffle that has 300 plus prizes, similar to every other crafting event that we have. Gonna just skim on these because I have a whole other video on basically the dungeon hero packs. But there's the other event, the fragments that are coming up. They hinted, and this is not exact timing, but they hinted at the first fragment's going to come in the near future. And it's going to cost roughly, again, subject to change, roughly 400,000 MSource. Then they also mentioned during this meeting and past AMAs that the second fragment is going to be about 1,000 rune source, and that's going to come very shortly after the Explorer Guild crafting event starts. So it could come shortly after that, most likely some point when the land packs or these packs that we were just talking about. Something tells me it's going to be right after these are launched, because that's when you really start getting a lot of the rune source tokens. So it's going to be essentially a race to get 1,000 rune source from these packs in order to get this fragment. And these fragments are going to be limited. They're not going to be infinity of them, so they're going to be limited, first come, first serve, and those are going to be basically combined. So it's going to be a race here, and that's why I wanted to bring this part up, to make sure that you are ready for that race once it's available. So make sure you get ready for this crafting event coming up here in the near future. All right. One thing I wanted to show here is they did finally, and I think this has been in the sneak peeks, the thief character for the heroes has been hinted and sneak peeked. So now you kind of see what this guy's going to look like. I have a feeling he's going to be pretty popular. People like thieves in these types of games. All right, and now let's get to the last thing, and this is the one that's most exciting, and I have a feeling that most people that started this video are not going to hear this update. What they announced during this all hands on meeting that I got to sit in on, basically see behind the scenes, is after the dungeon expansion is released, they are going to start working on a 3D game. A 3D game. This is basically I basically, and again, we don't have a lot of details. This is very early in the process, so I don't want to really speculate what it's going to look like and other things. But my first thought when I hear of a Castles, this genre 3D game, my first thought is like World of Warcraft style. Again, this is all speculation on my part. Not that has not been announced as far as the style goes. The one thing that they did mention with this is it will be play to earn, and it will be the opposite of Mirandus. If you're familiar with the Gala games, Mirandus, basically what they did was they put everything for sale, ridiculous amounts, lands, buildings, heroes, everything, deeds, everything for sale. So basically, the rich people got, or I should say, the whales were able to buy all that up super fast and are basically going to run that game, Miranda's. This is the opposite. They are going to have a low entry point, and then you earn up to your status. I love that. I love that. It gives everybody a chance. It's going to attract a lot more people to play, and you basically earn your status by playing the game. You earn you. They didn't provide a lot of details of what's going to be in the game. But basically, you start with a standard part or standard situation. I want to say is land or hero or whatever it is. And as you're playing the game throughout the time, you're earning up. You're getting to the next level, to the next level. Basically, a way a game should be played, not a whale-driven game, but a player playing the game driven. And it's all going to be a player economy. You can focus on what you want to focus on. You can be a vendor, you can supply a vendor, you can be a hero, you can focus on equipment. Lots of cool things coming, and this is going to be super neat. No timeline on that. Very, very early in the concept, so a lot could change with it. But I thought it was super neat, and they said that I could mention it on this video. So if you're watching this point in the video, this is super exciting. This just shows the dedication and the focus for the long term that this game is doing. Makes me excited. Hope it makes you excited. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.